They took all the money out of the account. There was nothing. You're in the negative, getting charged overdraft fees.
Like so many others, Cecilia Miller was the victim of the Target cyber hack. And tonight, we begin a week-long series that's taking a closer look at the data breaches, putting your credit and debit cards at risk.
Tens of millions of cards have been stolen by hackers, and tonight 7 investigator Ross Jones speaks with a one-time hacker who knows just how easy it can be to steal you.
I acknowledge that some of the things done were illegal.
The man in the shadow doesn't want you to know his name or see his face, but he wants you to know what he did. We'll call him Derek, and for a time he was a cyber hacker, playing a role in a scheme to steal millions of credit card numbers from one of the largest companies in America.
I never had any intent to commit fraud or steal anything, just merely to get in and see what I could do. It was the actions of the other defendants that were, the actual defrauding.
The other defendants were Derek's friends, and their story begins on a night in 2003 when the trio was driving around town with their laptops, looking for weak spots in nearby companies' computer servers. In the cyber world, it's called war driving.
And one of the ones we noticed was outside of a Lowe's store. We looked around in there and we're like, wow, do they have access to the entire corporate network from this one store? And from there, they were able to get into every cash register in the United States, in every Lowe's. That's the line I didn't mentally cross.
They did.
Right.
Their plan was to steal the data and then sell it on the black market in web forums like this, much like we're seeing today with credit cards stolen from Target, Neiman Marcus, and other stores.
That data is worth a significant amount of money. It was enough where they were, willing to give up their lives and leave the country were they successful.
Their scheme was this: implant special software inside Lowe's own servers so that every card used would be intercepted in real time and copied before being passed on to the credit card company. In the hacker world, it's called a man-in-the-middle attack.
So as they're discussing this grand plan, what are you saying?
This is a terrible idea, and I'm pretty sure you'll get caught.
And he was right. Turns out Lowe's had discovered the trio had been inside their servers, and they called the FBI. And on a day when Derek was being driven to the airport, he noticed some flashing lights in the rearview mirror. They were for him.
6 Southfield police cars surrounded the vehicle and forced it off the road. They all get out and stand behind their doors with guns drawn.
Derek was taken into FBI custody, and simultaneously, so were his friends. The 3 were indicted by a grand jury, accused of trying to commit $2.5 million worth of credit card fraud and facing decades in prison. 2 of the defendants wound up serving time, 1 for 2 years, while the ringleader got 9. But Derek received only probation. In the 8 years since his prosecution, Derek has tried to atone for his mistake. He has a job in computers, but his hacking days are over. He says he's troubled, though, that so many major companies haven't taken the steps to protect consumer data from the kinds of hackers he used to be.
Changing it would be a major undertaking. While it should be done, a lot of companies just go, that's not how I wanted to spend that several $1 million this quarter. We should put that off for next year. And then next year never comes.
Now, Lowe's did detect the security breach before any credit card information was stolen. The company and their cybersecurity program have no doubt been strengthened since then. But no matter what measures Lowe's and other companies take to keep personal data safe, hackers are working just as hard to steal it. I'm Ross Jones, 7 Action News.
Okay, Ross, thank you. Well, tonight's report, part of a week-long series. Tomorrow, find out how hackers sell you inside the black market. Wednesday, we'll show you how to protect your good name. On Thursday, what to do if they do get you. And on Friday, how kids have somehow become targets as well.